Hello YouTube. This is a video about the Guardian Bell hanger and the bell and what it means, and this bike is a 2003 anniversary edition Dana Wide Glide, and it was my birthday on September 7th, and my wife got me a Guardian Bell, or some guys call it Biker Bell. It does have right now two bells. The original one that came with the bike, which I'll zoom in here, maybe you can see it, which is right there. That came with the bike, so the rider already had one, and I'm not going to take it off. And then one of my co-riders got me another bell, which is right there. And then my wife got me one for my birthday, so I'm going to hang it down lower. So let's open this thing up and see. So, alright. So here it is. Let's check it out. Cool. So she got me the Guardian Bell hanger. I don't know if you can see this, but it's a Guardian Bell hanger. And this attaches to the bottom, and I will show you where to put your Guardian Bell. And I will read you. It came with a little information about the bell, the Guardian Bell, and what it means. And let's check out the bell. Let's see which one she got me. Like I already showed you, I have two of them on there now. But oh, cool! Look at that. Flames. It's got the flames. My bike has a lot of flames. I don't know if you noticed it, but look at that. That's cool. So I'm going to be hanging this bell on the bottom of my bike. Love you. She got me the hanger and the bell matches all of my accessories with the flames, which is really cool. Okay, so I'm going to open this up. Here we go. Okay, so I opened the package of my Guardian Bell hanger, which came with this flat piece of metal and a small ring. This ring was attached to my bell, which I took off because I want to use this smaller ring, because I've decided to hang the Guardian Bell from this bolt because I want it to hang on the very bottom but centered. So I'm going to disconnect this one, not this one because it'll be too low. So what we're going to do now is I will show you. I'm going to take this bolt out and I'm going to put this Guardian Bell that my wife gave me in there. Okay, so now we got the 3/16 Allen wrench, and what I'm going to do is loosen this hex head bolt here. Comes out real easy, and I'm going to attach the Guardian Bell and put it back in. And I'm going to keep that as close to that as possible and tighten that up. Alright. So that's it. It's on there. Guardian Bell number 3. The Legend of the Gremlin Bell. As the story goes, an old graybeard was riding home from Mexico with a saddlebag loaded full of toys and trinkets for some kids in an orphanage near where he lived. It was a cold night in the high desert just north of the border. As he rode, he thought of rides past, epic journeys with long-lost friends, and many nights just like this spent in the saddle. Ahead, in the small beam of his old headlamp, he thought he saw something. As he rode on, it appeared again. This time there were more of them. Tiny little creatures that seemed to dart in and out of the beam as fast as the wind. They were dark little dodgy spirits, quick and all but translucent in the moonlight. There were road gremlins. Before he could react, they were on his bike. As he smashed on the brakes, the front tire blew and the old rear drum brake that had served him well for years locked up. When he came to, he was nearly 10 yards from his bike. One saddlebag had been torn loose and was lying next to him in the cold, hard-packed dirt. In the light of the moon, he could see his bike, the little spirit-like road gremlins, dancing on top. He raised himself up to his elbows, where he could see them more clearly, and they caught a glimpse of him too. That's when they began to approach. Slowly, almost curiously, they stalked towards him. As they advanced, he picked up the only thing that was within reach, the saddlebag, and began waving it at them, trying to keep them at bay. From inside the bag came a ringing noise. He noticed that if he shook the bag, the little gremlins would fall back, plugging their ears in retreat. He quickly unstrapped the bag and dug out the 2 sleigh bells from a set of toy reindeers buried in the bag. As he knelt there, shaking the bells, the gremlins retreated off into the darkness. As if attracted like a moth to a flame, 2 staggered lights approached him from the distance and came upon the lone rider in the darkness. To the lone rider, they seemed like angels coming upon him with wings, guided by the sound of the bells. The 2 riders helped the old graybeard brush himself off and gather his belongings. They set up camp and talked long into the night about the old man's brush with the road gremlins, and of many rides past. The old man offered to pay, but as is biker tradition, the 2 men would not accept any form of payment. In the morning, the men helped the graybeard patch his tire and limp him to the service station in the next town. Again, as they prepared to go their separate ways, the men refused payment. The old man had suspected this, so in the early morning hours just before dawn, he had awoken and attached 2 bells, one on each of the angel riders' bikes. As if the old man watched his new friend roll out of the dusty service station driveway, he thought he could hear the ringing of the bells over the low rumble of the bikes. Thus is the legend of the gremlin bells. And in order for it to be effective, a loved one or a friend must give you the bell.